After weeks of silence and swirling rumors, Chrisean has finally broken her silence, and what she revealed about her son has taken the internet by storm. "My son, Jesus, he's good. He's a billion-dollar baby," she said with a hint of pride, but what followed shifted the tone entirely. "I stayed quiet because I was scared, but I can't keep this in anymore. Something's not right with my baby." That confession sent shockwaves through fans and followers alike. In an instant, concern replaced curiosity. Whispers about unexplained hospital visits resurfaced. Alleged medical documents began making rounds online. Even baby monitor footage is now being dissected for clues. And through it all, Blueface has remained silent, refusing to acknowledge any of it. This is not your average viral moment. It's a deeply human story, one layered with fear, maternal instinct, and a growing desperation to protect a child in the public eye. What's happening behind the scenes with Chrisean Jr.? That's the question now echoing across every timeline. This is the raw, painful reality of a mother watching her child struggle and feeling powerless to help. "I was just checking on you. My baby is okay," Chrisean tried to assure herself, but behind those words was a storm of worry. Just when it seemed the story could not get any heavier, a shocking leak from a medical insider surfaced, one that could change everything we thought we knew. Long before the emotional live video that left fans shaken, before the quivering voice and the tears, there were subtle red flags. Quiet signs that something might be wrong with Chrisean and Blueface's child. But nobody wanted to be the first to say it. Now, Chrisean has spoken up, confirming what many feared in silence. The questions are no longer whispers, they are echoing loudly. But how did we end up here? To understand the depth of this moment, we need to rewind the clock. From the very start, Chrisean's path to motherhood in early 2024 was clouded by chaos, doubt, and constant controversy. What began as a celebrated announcement quickly turned into a turbulent, public battle filled with emotional highs and devastating lows. And now, with her baby's health at the center of it all, the stakes feel more personal and more painful than ever before. What started as whispers on Twitter has erupted into a storm of heartbreak, disbelief, and growing concern. From the moment Chrisean Rock announced her pregnancy, the public had questions, harsh ones. Critics said she wasn't ready, that the baby didn't stand a chance, and asked why Blueface, the father, seemed to vanish from the picture entirely. Their relationship had always been volatile, public arguments, cheating scandals, emotional outbursts. So when she chose to carry the pregnancy alone, the internet split in two. But Chrisean stood firm, telling the world, "I don't care who supports me, I'm going to be a mom." For a while, it looked like she'd found peace. But behind the smiles were cracks that only widened with time. From the birth of Chrisean Jr., something felt off. In her delivery vlog, fans noticed concerned glances from the nurses. The baby was unusually quiet. Then came the now viral live stream where she fumbled holding him and joked he was a little stiff. A moment that many now believe was her way of masking something deeper. Not long after, she shared a blurry video of her baby struggling. During tummy time, fans swarmed the comments, questioning his development, while others cruelly labeled her an unfit mother. The backlash was swift and brutal. Chrisean went silent. Meanwhile, Blueface's reaction was disturbing. As rumors spread about Junior's health, he went live and callously claimed, "That ain't my baby. I ain't claiming nothing without a DNA test." He later backtracked, calling it a joke, but the damage was irreversible. While he was online dismissing his own child, Chrisean was disappearing from the spotlight, posting cryptic messages, sharing prayer emojis, and spending hours in doctors' offices, terrified of what she might hear. And all the while, she kept the truth buried, afraid of being judged, afraid of losing her son. Then came the leak. A medical assistant from a pediatric neurology clinic anonymously released a redacted form suggesting Chrisean Jr. was being evaluated for neurological issues, possible developmental delays, observed muscle stiffness, and a recommendation for urgent testing. The internet erupted, but Chrisean stayed quiet. "Until now. My baby not like other babies," she said through tears during a raw IG live. "He don't smile like they do. Don't laugh like they do. When I pick him up, he don't hold me back. He just be there quiet." It was a mother breaking down, not for attention, but out of pain no parent should face alone. She revealed that doctors had told her he might never walk properly, and she was still clinging to hope until another bombshell dropped. Leaked info from Cedars-Sinai suggested Junior was being screened for cerebral palsy, a serious condition affecting movement and muscle control. The reports detailed symptoms: rigid muscles, poor head control, and unresponsive motor reflexes. Doctors recommended an MRI and continued neurological evaluation. But here's the shocking part. Legally, as Junior S' father allegedly refused to sign off on the testing. "Not signing nothing until I get a second DNA test," he reportedly texted. Even with a prior test confirming paternity, and despite the urgent need for medical care, he stood in the way. Chrisean, devastated, said it all. "He blocked my son's doctor from reaching him." This is no longer just a celebrity drama, it's a story about a mother begging for answers, a baby caught in limbo, and a father choosing denial over responsibility. While her baby struggled, Chrisean felt abandoned, left pleading for medical help, while Blueface completely vanished, ignoring calls to approve vital tests. The internet erupted with outrage. People were furious. What kind of father disappears during a medical crisis? The comments were merciless. This is beyond neglect, it's abuse. Then came the turning point. Disturbing surveillance footage from inside a pediatric clinic leaked online. It showed Chrisean clutching her son, his body limp, his head drooping helplessly as she whispered to him through tears. A nurse gently comforted her, but the pain in the room was heavy. That video was reportedly taken 2 weeks before her emotional IG Live, meaning she had been enduring this nightmare in silence, with no Blueface, no media, no Zeus camera crew, just her and her baby, alone. Suddenly, the same internet that once mocked her began to rally behind her. "Protect Chrisean and her baby" began trending across platforms. Even influencers who once laughed at her issued public apologies. "I judged too quickly. I did not know she was suffering like this." Celebrities added their voices. Cardi B called out those using paternity disputes as weapons during a health crisis. And JT from City Girls said what many felt: "She's loud because she's scared." In a heartbreaking moment during her livestream, Chrisean admitted, "People call me crazy, but what you see as wild is just a scared girl trying not to lose her child. I know I mess up, but I love him more than anything." And for once, people believed her. But just when the public tide was turning, another twist dropped like a bombshell. A leaked email thread between Blueface's legal team and family court officials surfaced. Titled "Temporary Custody Inquiry," Rock Jr., the message, claimed that due to concerns about the child's development and Chrisean's public behavior, Blueface wanted an emergency custody evaluation. The same man who ghosted her during a medical emergency was now accusing her of negligence. And to make matters worse, he might actually stand a chance in court. The legal system often favors those who appear more stable, more cooperative, even if they are the ones who failed to show up when it mattered most. Chrisean's battle is far from over, and now, she is not just fighting for help, she is fighting to keep her child. Chrisean's public image, already bruised, is now being used against her in court. Clips of her shouting, fighting, cursing on live streams, even smoking while holding her child are being compiled by Blueface's legal team into what insiders are calling a parental misconduct reel. Every chaotic moment, once dismissed as reality TV drama, is now evidence. The judge will see everything, one court insider confirmed. Perception is everything in custody cases. And that perception could make or break her case. Ironically, Chrisean's raw and unfiltered documentary series, once seen as a personal project, might now be her only shot at redemption. Insiders from the production say episode 1 includes private footage from her pregnancy, delivery, and moments inside doctors' offices. But it's one chilling confession that struck a chord. Sitting alone in a booth, eyes red and voice cracking, Chrisean looks into the camera and says, "If I lose him, I lose myself. I don't have a daddy, no family, no help. It's just me and him. So please, let me be enough." When news broke of Blueface's emergency custody motion, social media exploded. Instagram users said, "He doesn't want the baby, he wants control." On TikTok, "Where was he when the baby needed help?" Even Twitter turned up the heat. "He's pulling legal moves now." After blocking doctors, celebrities joined in too. Summer Walker reposted Chrisean's crying video with the words, "I know that kind of pain." JT from City Girls tweeted, "So let me get this straight. He denies the baby, won't sign medical forms, but now wants full custody." Another insider from the neurology clinic dropped a fresh report from Chrisean Jr.'s latest evaluation. The notes were concerning. Increased muscle tightness. No cooing. Can't support neck at 5 months. High risk of long-term developmental delay. But one line stirred the most controversy. Mother reports feeling overwhelmed and avoiding stimulation with the child. Taken out of context, Blueface's team is using that single sentence to paint Christian as neglectful, but what it truly reveals is a young mom drowning in fear, isolated, and unsure who to trust. Then came another twist. Blueface's own mother, Carissa, allegedly said on Clubhouse, "He don't even want the baby. He's just trying to get custody so he doesn't have to pay child support. The baby's going to his auntie anyway." According to Reddit leaks, a nursery is already being prepared at the aunt's home, suggesting this may have been planned all along. But Christian might have a final card to play. Insiders claim she secretly recorded a phone call with Blueface, where he allegedly says, "I don't even want the baby full time. I just want you to stop using him for attention." If she releases that audio during her upcoming live, it could flip the entire narrative overnight. The backlash against Blueface has been swift. Cardi B tweeted, "Before you call her unfit, ask how many moms are raising special needs babies without support." Saucy Santana added, "Now he wanna play dad. He ain't even trying to see the baby before, but not everyone's on her side." A podcast host slammed her. Where was this energy when she was partying while pregnant? DJ Vlad posted a poll, "Is Christian emotionally capable of raising this child, or is it time for intervention?" Even Zeus Network, after weeks of silence, tried to clean up its image with a lukewarm statement. "We support Christian during this difficult time. Her strength inspires." But fans weren't having it. "Y'all filmed her crying and sold it for views. Save the fake love. This isn't just a celebrity meltdown anymore. It's a battle for a child's future played out in courtrooms, live streams, and the unforgiving court of public opinion." While Chrisean Rock's world unravels, in public view, fans are calling out the very network profiting off her pain. "Y'all never offered her therapy, just cameras." One supporter blasted, as whispers grow louder that Zeus may be forced to halt filming until her custody crisis is resolved. Meanwhile, the people are rallying. A petition titled "Let Chrissy Be a Mother. Support, Don't Sabotage" has exploded online, already reaching over 350,000 signatures. Its message: she's made mistakes, yes, but she's trying. And what she needs now isn't judgment, but compassion, guidance, and support. Influencers, like at the Neighborhood Talk and at Famous NT, reposted the petition, triggering a viral surge. The message is clear. The internet's tired of finger-pointing. They want to see real solutions. But behind the screens, the stakes are escalating. Industry insiders say her brand is in free fall. Endorsement deals are quietly disappearing, with one agent admitting child welfare issues are toxic to sponsors. No brand wants to be associated with bad parenting, even if it's exaggerated for TV. In other words, if Christian loses custody or this situation worsens, she might not just lose her son, she could lose her livelihood. While she pleads for her baby's well-being, Blueface is out booking podcast appearances, allegedly using platforms like Drink Champs to spin his version of events. Fans aren't buying it. "He's using his baby's medical issues for clout," one user wrote. "Now he wanna look like Father of the Year." And just when emotions seemed maxed out, a new leak dropped that may change everything. A deeply personal, raw video allegedly filmed by Christian herself surfaced from a private group chat. It wasn't meant for the world. In the clip, she paces her living room, phone in hand, her baby crying in the background. She yells through the phone, "Stop acting like you care. You ain't been here since he was born." Her voice cracks, she throws something at the wall, then collapses on the couch. And then, in a whisper that silenced the internet, she says, "I love him, but sometimes I wish I waited." The video ends with her holding her son, rocking him gently, singing through tears, "I'm scared he'll hate me one day for this mess." The internet split in two. Some empathized. "That's not abuse. That's a mother in crisis." Others were harsher. "Love isn't enough. Get help or give him to someone who can." Support wavered. And just hours later, Blueface added fuel to the fire, going live on Instagram shirtless, drink in hand, smirking. "She said what she said," he mocked. "I told y'all, she ain't built for this mom stuff." The comments section erupted. "You're laughing while she's breaking down? This who y'all think should raise Junior?" Making matters worse, Blueface is now calling for a court-ordered mental health evaluation for Christian and hinting at filing a restraining order. But Christian may still have a trump card. "Remember that recorded phone call?" she teased. Sources claim she has multiple saved recordings, one where Blueface admits to ghosting medical appointments. And another where he coldly says, "Ain't nobody checking for that baby unless he make headlines. That's why you keep posting him." If those tapes go public, Blueface's entire narrative could implode. Court insiders confirmed. The emergency custody hearing is locked in for next Friday. Both parents must appear in person. Chrisean has gone silent, her team reportedly prepping public statements, while Zeus is rumored to be halting production out of respect. Blueface, on the other hand, is still booking interviews and posing for gossip blogs, treating the case like a promo tour. So now the question isn't just who wins custody, it's who's truly fighting for this child. Is Chrisean a struggling but devoted mother who needs help, not punishment? Or is Blueface manipulating public systems to gain control he never wanted until the spotlight turned on? Is this about parenting or power? The conversation has shifted. Fans, influencers, and even industry voices are asking hard questions. Should Chrisean release the full recordings? Should Blueface be held accountable for allegedly blocking medical care? Should CPS intervene not just on her, but on both? This isn't just internet drama anymore. This is a real mother, a real father, and a very real child caught in the crossfire. Whatever happens next, it won't just shift headlines, it could shape a child's entire future. So we ask you, not as fans, but as fellow humans, who has this baby's best interest at heart? The court date is days away. The audio files remain locked in Chrisean's phone. And with every leak, every livestream, and every legal twist, we inch closer to a truth that may shatter everything we thought we knew. Stay alert. Speak up, because this story isn't over, and its next chapter could change everything.